What's up, guys? You're probably gonna notice a trend. I've been wearing this hoodie for like the last 3 videos. Yeah, it's definitely not the same day, but what I usually do, and you don't care, but after I change out of my regular clothes that I wear to school, I usually just throw on a hoodie that I wore earlier in the week, and on top of a white shirt to just chillax. You know what I'm saying? Chill in around the apartment. Yeah, so let's get right to it. As you see from the title, this side, I think one of these sides, Tweetie. And I'm kind of late coming to the game, but I'm gonna do a little video on Tweetie. So without further ado, whatever. Yeah, here's some Tweetie goodness. What's up, YouTube? You might not be able to hear me. My computer's probably going to go crazy in a minute with fans, but you won't be able to hear it, hopefully, because of my trusty eyesight. So yeah, this is a video on Tweetie. It's I just updated mine to 1.0.2. There's the stuff there. Tweetie is a new Twitter application for Mac only. It's made by 8-bits. It's a one-person developer. Oh my gosh. It's one person developing. This is the same guy who did Tweetie for iPhone. So let's get right into it. Here's the basic application interface. So you've got your tweets here, and of course I don't have the paid version yet, so it has ads, but the ads are so few and far between that it's not even an issue. But anyway, so these are my tweets. Once you click on them, they turn to gray, as you see. That one just turned to gray. So this is what they call your timeline. So this is your Twitter feed, and as you can see right here, it's got, this is your icon or whatever. Here's your timeline. Click this, it moves sort of like an iPhone thing. This is your mentions, as they call it, where people reply to you. So like, and then wait for 89, which is my Twitter username if you want to follow me. These are all your replies. Direct messages, and it tells you, say, with Noodle5417, who's a friend of mine from home, you click on it, we went back and forth 6 times. And to go back, you can either just click this, or you can click back to here to go to whatnot. Sorry about that, I'm not great at Tweetie yet. So just click back to messages, or you can click direct messages here, and here's all your little conversations. Here's what's wrong. So here's your search, and you can type in, we'll say, Tweetie. If I can type it right. We'll search, and here's all of the little things on Twitter that pertain to Tweetie. And you can, I'm pretty sure, yeah, like if you search, say if you wanted to save this search for somewhere and it will update, just go to Window and open a new window. And here's your Tweetie search right here. So you can close this one and say you wanted to search for Dignation. And here's all the Dignation stuff. You can have all of these in separate windows if you like. I'm not a big fan of a bunch of windows taking up my screen, so I'm not, but and they keep going. Like you scroll down to the bottom, they update. So that's the search functionality. If you want to do a tweet, I have it set up to do command ? And it'll pop up, and if you keep doing it, it'll keep popping up like that. You tweet, whatever. You can shorten URLs or add an image, or you can just drag it in there and then you just post. We're gonna discard that. Here's the preferences thing. There's not much to it. You can either display the names as their full name or usernames. I like full names. Change the font size. URL shortening service. You can do bit.ly, tiny URL. All these I choose Digbar just because it's new and it's simple. You go to any website you want, and at the very beginning, right before the HTTP, just type type dig.com/. And there you go. You got your short URL and then your image service. So I use TweetPic just because for me that's the most popular one. You can have multiple accounts. So right now I've got my Twitter account, and I'll add the other one I have. I can type. Wow. We'll add that account. So there's that account, and I'll show you in a sec what that looks like on the main Twitter. Advanced, you can choose keyboard shortcuts to show or hide the Tweetie window. As you can see mine, they're both going like that. And new tweet, and you can change them. And you can choose when new tweets arrive. Do you want them to scroll to the top, or do you want them to maintain where they are? So you'll see that you have a new one with a little blue dot, as you saw earlier in the video, and then up here in the menu bar it'll turn blue. You can choose to dim ones that you've already looked at. Of course you'll have to restart it to take effect. Preview short URLs, open links and backgrounds, show ads. If you undo that, it'll say, oh, that sounds fun, you need to register it. But of course I haven't registered it. Highlight status icon, which is this, or any of these really, and this, for unseen tweets, unseen mentions, which are the @ replies, and unseen messages. So this is just sort of a general overview of Tweetie. Here is my NoWafer89 here, and all of my tweets, replies, messages, and search. If you're a person with multiple Twitter accounts, you can have multiple Twitter accounts here. I'm not sure what happens if you fill this whole bar up, but when you click on this one, which is a greener U, it collapses this one up here, and it dims it. So when I click that, it goes back to the bright. And here's all your greener U stuff, or your other Twitter account. And it's just like it was before. I don't have a picture for this one, but this is a Twitter that I created for a class, a communications class, for a green presentation. And here's all my Twitter tweets, @ replies, messages, and search, just as it was before. So you've got two accounts going. Super simple to do. So here's your Twitter menu. You can go to user and type in a user, and it'll go to their page, or you can just find someone and double click on it, and it'll bring you to that person's page. It'll tell you if, well, this is a bad one, but it'll tell you if they are following you, and if you're not following them, it'll give you an option to follow them. And you can view everybody's stuff, very iPhone-ish, and all the information, stuff like that. There's keyboard shortcuts to go from one account to another. Keyboard shortcuts to go from your timeline, your replies, messages, and searches. To refresh, you do Apple Shift R. Yeah, so this is Tweetie. It's a great application. You should try it if you haven't. I'm just not a big fan of the Twitter applications for Adobe Air. Well, the only one I've used really is Twirl, and I'm not a big fan of that. This one definitely fits into the Mac OS X environment, and it looks good, and the developer keeps updating it, and it's really awesome. One thing I don't like about it, though, it doesn't have growl support yet, which I'm sure that's coming, and then sound for when you get a new tweet. So here's a little blue thing for Lauren when she just sent a tweet, and this one's blue up here. So this video is probably coming up on a good amount of time, so I'm going to have to stop, but I hope you enjoyed it, and come back for the next video. Who knows when that'll be, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.